Welcome to Minions. Today we have a new box and it's one that's, I'm kind of excited for. It's a little bit different. You see, people love things that are retro and nostalgic, and this box is all of that, or so I've been told. It is Time Junkies. It sounds interesting. They contacted me and I was like, ooh, yes please. Basically there's a box from the 80s, the 90s, and they're working on a 60s and 70s box, and it's items from that decade, and I was someone who was born in the 80s and grew up in the 80s and 90s, so this is like, hopefully this is my childhood in a box. I don't know what this stuff is worth, and I don't really care, because it's nostalgia, and I just love nostalgic things. So this could be interesting. I will leave all the details for the boxes down below, but we're going to get straight into this, and it's quite nice, because it's a magnetic box, so there's no cutting involved. Okay, we'll grab random things. Oh! These are random things. So the first two items we've got, this is a weird little rubbery green plane. I have no clue what that's from. That's weird. Is it literally like a rubber? Because I used to have like rubber planes or something. I don't know what that is. But this I know. This is Gobo from Fraggle Rock. He was one of the main characters in Fraggle Rock, which was a fantastic puppet show. Jim Henderson Company, guys who did the Muppets, just amazing. There was Gobo, Red, Wembley, and a bunch of others I can't remember the name of. There was like a talking compost heap, and there was all kinds of strange stuff. And Sprocket the dog at the start in the lighthouse. It was fantastic and had a great theme. Had an uncle who travelled a lot. Uncle Matt, or a great Uncle Matt. It was something. I can't explain it. It was brilliant. Look it up. And apparently Disney are looking into rebooting it and bringing it back, which could be interesting. But that's kind of cool. It kind of looks like a sort of Kinder Egg toy. I could be mistaken, but that is awesome. I absolutely adored Fraggle Rock as a kid. I still have the box set of it because it's just such a brilliant program. Don't know about the plane, but that is cool. We're only one item down and I'm already happy, so let's grab something else. This is a cassette tape. People going, what's a cassette tape? It's an old thing before digital music and before CDs, but I don't know what it is. This is not a band I was really into. Daryl Hall and John Oates. Hall and Oates. Most people will know who these guys are. I can't say a lot because I didn't listen to a lot of Hall and Oates. I know Maneater and She's Gone. Oh, that's weird seeing a cassette. If you remember these, just leave a comment, because one of the most fun things was where these got chewed up and you had to stick a pencil through here and try and wind it back. That was a nightmare. But that's so weird seeing a cassette after all this time. I like that. There's something about cassettes that's just, I don't know, it really is childhood. That's so strange. What year was this? 1984. Oh, that's old. Right, we'll move on with, something big. Another thing wrapped up. Is this a, it's a VHS. You know this film. You must know this film. Everyone in existence must know this film. It's Back to the Future. Marty McFly, Doc Brown, and I've just realised there's no video in here. Because, basically, if you don't know, videos were giant things you stuck in a thing that was about the size of a bungalow. I didn't have a VHS. We had a Betamax. We didn't get it till I was about 10 or something, and it was huge, and it was top load, and it never worked properly. And we only had a black and white TV, and we didn't get that till I was 8 or something. Fun childhood. But this doesn't have a VHS in, but it does have a whole pile of 80s sweets. Oh, what? Fizz Whiz Super Loud Popping. Fruit salads. Hopefully these aren't just from the 80s and like they haven't just been kept in storage. Drumsticks. Refreshers. Oh, refreshers. I never got to eat these because my mum always stole them. But that is crazy. Oh, I kind of wish it had the VHS in though. Because Back to the Future was amazing. Back to the Future 3 was my favourite because I saw it in the cinema, and it was like over a span of few months or something. I saw The Witches, Back to the Future 3, and Dick Tracy, possibly? Was that 1990? 1990, I think. This was 85, so, wow, yeah, that's quite a long time ago. Yeah, there's still a pile more items, so let's have a look. We have, Diamond, Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters. When I was young, in the 80s and through the 90s, Ghostbusters were massive. It was a huge, huge thing.
Great!
Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters wasn't so great. They had the Real Ghostbusters cartoon. If you can get hold of that, watch it. Amazing cartoon, like phenomenally good. Then they had Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters, and it kind of went downhill because it didn't feel the same. But I'm going to rip these open and just have a look, because this is real nostalgia. I think I had the first version of this sticker set, not this one. Oh yeah, these are just... I really didn't like this version of the Ghostbusters. But I did like the original Real Ghostbusters, because that was cool. This really is a childhood in a box, and we have Back to the Future Part 2. Possibly my favourite? Oh, I don't know. I like 1, I like 3, I like 2. I just like the trilogy. But Back to the Future Part 2, awesome. And why do we not have hoverboards yet? Proper hoverboards. Come on, science. Elon Musk, get on it. 9 movie cards, 1 stick of bubblegum. Well, I won't be eating the bubblegum. It's probably rancid and rotten. But, ooh, let's have a look. Oh yeah. That's just, I'm not going to be eating that, but it's left a lovely print on the card. The new improved town square. And there's Marty McFly. He does look awesome, doesn't he? Griff makes the scene. Yes, Griff. Oh, yeah, he was the bad guy throughout all the films. This is really weird seeing these cards. I loved cards when I was a kid. I've still got all my cards from a kid, like the wrestling ones and Jurassic Park ones and everything I've ever collected. So they are going to be added to that. It's so weird seeing collector's cards like this. And they feel 80s. It's so weird. And the DeLorean. That is awesome. Before I continue, question though. What was your favourite film from the 80s? If you're from the 80s. If you're not from the 80s, what was your favourite film from the 80s? We have more things. Ooh, a bag of badges. It's just, I don't know. I don't really like badges now, but when I was a kid, I loved them. And at least one of these I probably wore. We have I'm an Odeon Ghostbusters. These were literally given away at Odeon when the Ghostbusters were showing. That is crazy. Oh, I need to watch Ghostbusters again. It's such a brilliant film. And this one is beyond weird. Currys. Currys are electric. Currys is a British retailer who deals in PCs and all kinds of stuff, and they've been around for years. That's 1884 to 1984. Oh, that's old. But, oh, I don't know. I wouldn't have worn that. Maybe if it said Rumbelows. Shout out to anyone who manages to remember Rumbelows. Wow. So, it's memories. It's so weird. I remember being in Currys and playing... Oh, what was it? It was either Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES, or on the NES, or something on the Sega, but I can't remember what it was, because I used to have a little sister and I'd play it for hours, because that's what I did. There's still more things in here. There's a cable. Okay. What is this? Talking cubes? Hold on, there must be something else in here. There's lots of wrapping. When they contacted me, they asked what was my favourite song from the 80s. I said Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel. And what was my favourite theme? And I said Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. And if you don't know it, oh, you missed out. It was a cartoon. It started, I don't know when it started, 85 or something like that. Ran for quite some time, about 30 minutes long. One of the greatest intros and theme songs ever.
There's a power that comes from deep inside of you. Since every day reaching toward the light.
80s cartoons had brilliant things like Ulysses, amazing, but Jason the World Warriors, fantastic. And like a lot of cartoons, it was based on a toy line by Mattel, which is just, oh, it's crazy. I'm never deleting that. That is staying on there. I don't need that wire. That is just fantastic. I love that. If you get more things. Ooh, is it a disc? Is it a vinyl disc? Is it a single? I don't think I've ever heard this song. Overkill. Men at Work, the only song people will probably remember them from is the I Come From a Land Down Under.
Do you come from a land down under?
That one, which they got sued for not long ago. But yeah, what a great song that was. Men at Work. Oh, I've got to get this out because people would be like, what? There you go. That's how once upon a time people listened to music. That was a single. Ah, And people still say that vinyl is still so much better than digital music, and I'm inclined to agree. It always sounds better. It's just, there's something nice about holding this. And something else. I'm throwing stuff everywhere. What is this? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, there's gonna be people just saying, what on earth? This is an annual for Street Hawk. Oh, it's a bit ripped, but I don't really care. It's... This was Street Hawk. Yeah, this is how annuals used to look in like the 80s and stuff. I had loads of annuals, like Eagle and Action Force. There's an old one for you. Oh, I like that. Street Hawk was a series that didn't run for very long, from what I remember. I can't remember much about the guy. I think, wasn't he a cop or something? And then he was like a guy who rode a bike at night and foiled plots. It was like the kit car. It's like this stuff is like the kit car from Knight Rider. I think it was almost a take on Knight Rider. It wasn't quite as good. Or maybe it was. I don't know. I loved Street Hawk because it was a guy who was really cool on a bike. And everyone was like, yeah, Street Hawk. Let me know below if you saw Street Hawk, because I only probably saw like a repeat of it or something, but it was... Oh, what an amazing show. Currently in my absolute element, and there's still more things. What on earth is this? Oh, comics. Oh, what? One of my favourite comics of all time. 2000 AD. This is from 81. I wasn't even a thought back then. Oh, Nemesis the Warlock. Oh, do people remember this guy? 2000 AD is still going. It's Judge Dredd. Oh, they're speaking of the guy. It's Judge Dredd. Oh, I miss comics like this on this kind of newspaper paper. It's so weird. I know you can buy like comics and stuff that are old, but getting them in a box and not knowing what you're gonna get is kind of, there's something really cool about it. This is awesome. I love 2000 AD. And what is the other one? This is something I never read. Roy of the Rovers, but people of the 80s will probably know. It was like a football one, wasn't it? Yeah, it's literally all about football. He looks like Ian Rush, but there you go. It's so weird. It's literally just a comic about football. Or soccer, for those who don't understand the word football. That is everything. It's quite late at night, so I'm talking quite low, but yeah, that was a nostalgia box. That is... Let's just look at everything, just very quickly once again. Roy of the Rovers and 2000 AD, I love those comics. That's my childhood, 2000 AD. That and Transformers. Street Hawk, amazing TV show. Can't believe I've got an annual. I've got a Metal Mickey annual somewhere. If you remember that, well done you. Men at Work vinyl single. Don't know anything about it. I don't remember that song at all. It's kind of cool to see like a vinyl after all this time. I know you get them in shops, but seeing an old vinyl, it's... Oh, I want to listen to it now. I need... Oh, this cube with the greatest theme tune of any cartoon in the world ever. Possibly. You may disagree, but... Oh, what was your favourite cartoon as an 80s child? What was your favourite theme? Jason the World Warriors is still just... I love that. That is just... Anytime I need some nostalgia, I'm just going to press that. A bunch of Back to the Future cards. Not as amazing as I once remember, but they're still kind of cool. It's just... I don't know, it's so weird seeing cards like that. I've got a whole pile of them somewhere. Oh, the awful Slimer and the Ghostbusters. The stickers aren't awful, they're alright. But the cartoon was dreadful. Oh, Daryl Hall and John Oates' greatest hits. How random. I do have a cassette player somewhere. I'm going to listen to that just to see what I remember. Some badges, this weird plane, and the Fraggle Rock. Like, Kinder Egg thing, was it? What was that from? Does anyone know? And what is this? If you know what this is from, let me know. It's just a weird plane. Kinda gutted the video isn't in here, even if I don't own a VHS. But the fact that it's full of sweets, which I will devour at some point, is awesome. That's pretty cool. As I said, I'll leave all the links below. I can't price this up because I've got no clue. But yeah, that is a nostalgia box. And as I said, they do 80s, they do 90s, and they're working on the 60s and 70s. That's just... I love that. I love that box. It's so weird. If you feel like a bit of nostalgia, then yeah, this box is definitely for you. So, let me know your thoughts, people. What do you think of the box? Was it good? Was it bad? What could they do better? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button because it really helps me out. If you're new here, why not subscribe? Because why not? You might find something you like. In the meantime though, and most importantly, be happy, be free, keep it awesome, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.